Well, hello everyone. I guess this is both WedNESday and Caturday because we are taking a look at Week of Garfield. Now, Week of Garfield is a 1989 Famicom game, so it was only released in Japan. Although I don't know why everything is in English if the game was Japanese only. Let's see. Now, it's an action game and it's a platformer, and it was developed by Towa Chiki and it was published by the Mars Corporation, not the candy bar people. Let me say that this is not a very good game, but it is a cat game, and it is a Nintendo game, so we gotta take a look at it. So here's sort of the attraction mode, give you an idea of what we got going on. And I gotta say, playing it, I'm not playing it yet, we're only looking at the attraction mode. Playing it does kind of give me a feeling of really old Nintendo games, which I guess is to be expected, considering this one was made in '89. So let's hit start. Okay, so we have control of Garfield. We can walk left and right by pressing left and right. We can look up for some reason by pressing the up button. And if we press down, we can go onto all fours. I do not know why we want to do that. We do not seem to be able to do anything special on all fours. We can still jump. Okay, so here's one of the things about the game. Is as Garfield walks around and moves through the play area, items will appear. And it kind of gives me a DuckTales vibe in that sense. So, as you all know, Garfield hates Mondays, so coffee will help him get through it. And that, I think, is supposed to be a hamburger? Which you would think would recover your health, but no, it's actually a power-up. So if I hit select, you can see in the top right, we'll change between all our attack forms. So right now Garfield has this really pathetic kick. And I'm not kidding when I say it's pathetic. It's really hard to even hit enemies with it. Quite frankly, it's not even worth the trouble. But if we switch to the hamburger, we can throw a projectile that when it hits the ground, it explodes. We may also find a bone and milk during the course of the game, and that's a boot. The boot lets us speed up. And that is the milk, I believe. So yeah, those mice, Garfield's worst enemy. I believe it's tough to tell, but that's lasagna, which makes us temporarily invincible. We can just knock enemies away. Doesn't last long. Oh, careful. I've been calling that a flea. I don't know if it is a flea, but that makes life very difficult for Garfield. So there's our next power-up. Let's use it real fast. I think what this one does is explodes into like a starburst. Not quite a starburst, but it's 3 projectiles in front of us. So we've reached the end of the stage area. But we need a key to open it. Well, the key is somewhere on this screen. So here comes the exciting part of the Garfield gameplay, looking for the key. And there it is. And now we're outside. Things are not much better outside. We still have all the same enemies giving us grief. Like, I've been assuming those are caterpillars. Okay, that is a fishbone. Fishbone will actually reduce your health, so avoid that. And that's the bird. The bird is one of the more difficult and dangerous enemies to deal with. So if they end up on screen, just get rid of them. A lot of the enemies are actually pretty easy to avoid. You're probably better off avoiding them as much as possible. I have not made it terribly far in this game, It's, honestly, it's not a game I really enjoy all that much. But there's really nothing wrong with it. Alright. Game over. So yeah, 1 life, no continues. At least the best I'm aware of. 1 life, no continues. Now, what we're looking at here is the original Japanese version. And it's not great. But apparently, there are fans of this game, and they decided, you know what? We're going to do something. We're going to try to make the game a little better. So they overhauled the game's graphics, its script work, even changed it mechanically to deal with some of the bugs and issues, like that pathetic kick Garfield has. So we are going to take a quick look at the fan, I guess, version of this game. Little ROM hack. Alright, come on. But let's finish this 1 life we got here. So now we kind of have an idea what's going on. Get the coffee. Stages aren't exactly long or really all that difficult either, so it's not like you invest a lot of time and then when you die or something you feel bad. Okay, again, be careful of the fish bones. We're invincible. There's our key. So thankfully the items will always be in the same spots each playthrough. That mouse is trouble. Alright, so this was a really quick look at the original Japanese version of the game. What do you say now we switch cartridges and we take a look at the fan the fan modification of the game? Alright, so now we are taking a look at the fan hack of A Week of Garfield. So already you can see that the sprites look a little different, some of the letters and scripting look a little different, and there's even a little credit there for, I guess that's Pageant Tech and Randy Baker for their modifications on this version of the game. So mechanically it's still pretty much the same game, but it is going to look a little different. Garfield still goes on all 4s, Garfield still looks up, still jump, but you see the HUD up there has been modified a bit, so it's easier to see the kicking, the bone, the burger, and I guess that's actually cheese, I thought it was milk. The life bar starts at full power, so that makes life a little easier. Now, Garfield's kick not only looks better, but its range has been increased. You probably can't tell that from looking at it. Doesn't necessarily feel like it when you're playing either. See? Like, look how close we get to that spider and we still can't kick it. Grab them shoes. Careful of the flea. So now, this version of the game, I've been able to, get a few levels in, a few stages in. But again, I gotta say, it's really not a game I enjoy particularly much. Although I do wonder, like, if I had this as a kid, how would I have treated it? Now, as a kid, if I had this, I would definitely have been more willing to put more time into it. Don't know how far I would have ever got playing it, though. Okay, careful of the worms. The fleas are especially dangerous. The fleas seem like they stun lock you. So the lasagna sprite is overhauled. I don't know if it looks more or less like lasagna, but that's what we got. Okay, you... Yeah. The mouse. Now, I remember Garfield and the mouse having, like a good relationship. Like, they didn't really bother each other that much. I do remember Garfield and Odie. Nah, well, Odie was well, he was a big dumb dog. He wanted to be loving and friendly with everybody. Garfield was a cat. He didn't want to be loving and friendly with, well, anybody. Now, I'm more familiar with the Garfield from the cartoons. So the Garfield from the comics may be a different beast. Especially now that, like, they've turned Garfield into, like, this horror monster. I don't know if I'll play any of those games. They seem fine, but they're not really the thing that interests me. What happened? Okay, so I guess we're in the... Let's call this the second stage. And I say this kind of looks like Garfield went to the pool or something. He was probably just walking around town. Go on, get the coffee. So let's say, what is this? This is Tuesday now. It's a week of Garfield, right? So day 1 was Monday, and he hates Mondays. So maybe day 2, Tuesday, will be a bit better. Doesn't seem to be the case, because now he's got, like, fish jumping at him. But still, our most dangerous enemy is birds. So we got the bone. The bone just is a projectile that fires forward. Well. There we go. So, you know, these are all the well-known enemies of felines. Worms, caterpillars, fleas, mice, frogs, birds. Birds. They're so useless. Well, you know, you think about it, it's not that bad of an idea. These are like the enemies of a cat. The prey items. So we're actually doing pretty good. Oh, careful. I want to get the cheese buttercup, but not the fish. Okay, let's see if we can get that shoe. It's a sneaker. Sneakers make you faster. Ah! Okay, so one thing about this version of the game is it has a built-in level select, which I think is just a matter of hitting select. Oh. Well, we are somewhere. I hit select twice, expecting it to take me to the second stage. This may be the third or fourth stage. So let's just explore it a little bit, see what we find. And then, you know, the next time Garfield loses a life, we'll call it a video. Not quite sure what's going on with the frogs, though. Sometimes they take 1 hit, sometimes they take 2 hits. Now, I was talking about the other stage, seeming like Garfield was like at the pool or something, but maybe he was just out and about town. This feels like Garfield is out and about town. Oh, jeez. Well, that didn't take long. Alright, so yeah. You know what? Hang on. Let me just hit select once. See what happens. Alright, I don't know where we are now. So I guess Garfield is in the alleys. He's looking for Top Cat. Maybe the, what was it, the Cadillac Cats? Help him find Odie. I think this game would have been helped by being able to jump through platforms. Alright, where's the key? There's the key. The jumping around to find items, that kind of gives me like DuckTale vibes. But in DuckTale, it was like bonus items, stuff for extra points. Here it's like the keys to progress the stage. Alright, that one was on me. I just tried to walk through that frog. Okay, oh, nope. Alright, so this time that's going to be it. So there you go, that was our look at a week of Garfield. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and I will see you all in the next game. Take care.